So what's going on, everybody? Today I'm gonna bring you another famous Radwalls tier list. Hopefully this one doesn't go for 3.5 hours. I guarantee you it won't, because last time we did a tier list for every weapon in the game and it was so long. And I'm not gonna be doing tier lists too often, guys, but this one I was excited to do. I thought it's cool to talk about these rings, right? Let's talk about the dang rings for a second, okay? So I'm just gonna get started, and hopefully we have a fun little time doing this tier list. So, oh, go back. Yeah, so we could start with Chloranthy ring, definitely. And as you can see here, I managed to put the plus numbers that we have in Dark Souls 2 that were added in Dark Souls 2, which is a very unique thing to Dark Souls 2, and then they kept it throughout the entire time. And yeah, they kept that going into Dark Souls 3. I don't think Bloodborne, no, they didn't really have rings, so but Elden Ring, definitely, Dark Souls 3, these games have the plus on the ring. So if I put a plus next to the ring, that's the only one we're talking about, really. There's a couple in here that I have which are plus. I don't know how to explain. This one is plus two, okay? So we're gonna start with Chloranthy ring. It's a great ring. I use it a lot, actually, and this is Chloranthy plus 2, which I think you get after killing the Executioner, actually, on New Game Plus. So if you kill the Executioner, you can get plus 2. So that's an early ring, plus 2 ring that you can get. And it's very, very cool. This ring increases your stamina by a lot. Actually, I think it's like 25% regeneration. So not the bar, but the regeneration. It goes up very fast. I like Chloranthy ring. It's probably, like you said, Crappy, probably S or A. I'm gonna keep it an A for now as we keep going forward. Let's just go to an S tier ring so we can just get started on that. This one right here, third dragon ring, as you can see, the big third right there, right? Yeah, fair enough. It's really, really good. I'll swap to it in and out. Come back to the Chloranthy ring. I'll swap to this one in and out. Like if I have low stamina, I would, like if I'm fighting some guy and I don't have any stamina for some reason, I'll quickly swap to the Chloranthy ring, get it back real quick, and then put back on my blades or whatever it might be. However, third dragon ring increases your health, endurance, and something else, but equipment load, I think. This thing is a beast ring. It's basically the same as the Ring of Favor and Protection from Dark Souls 1. We're gonna put that in S tier because basically every single build that you make in Dark Souls 2 will probably come with this ring, right? So I want to keep that in there on S, and we'll keep moving. Now, moving on, I'm gonna go towards the best ring in the game. I'm not gonna hold back on this because this is a tier. Let's just get going. Blue Tear Stone, in my opinion, is the best ring in this game. Now, this is kind of interesting because in Dark Souls 1, they also had the Blue Tear Stone ring. In Dark Souls 3, they also have the Blue Tear Stone ring. But in my opinion, out of all the Dark Souls games, the Blue Tear Stone ring is the best in Dark Souls 2. It actually does what it says in its description. When you're getting to low health, it'll stop you from dying. In Dark Souls 1, it doesn't really work. It'll kind of work sometimes, but you can just get one shot by a lot of stuff, even if you have, and there's only 2 ring slots in Dark Souls 1, so you don't want to waste it on Blue Tear Stone. Not very good. This is the best ring in Dark Souls 2, in my opinion. So far, I guess we'll go through the tier list, see what else we got here, but Blue Tear Stone ring is one of my favorites. Let's just talk about some stuff that we don't really use too much. The golden... yeah, this is a great question Crappy's bringing up. Are we judging ring purely on effect or effect plus beauty? This is true, just true. We gotta think about everything surrounding it. For example, the Chloranthy ring does give you a green aura. Now, maybe you don't want that. That does telegraph that you have your Chloranthy ring on, so someone knows that you're wearing the Chloranthy ring. And yes, we're talking about the Chloranthy ring And also, I just want to say real quick, this is going to be like PvE and PvP combined in a way. Because I kind of think, that's just my opinion too, as well as like, you're going through Dark Souls 2, you're fighting invaders, that's PvP. The game is online from the beginning. It's all PvP, basically. And that can be argued here and there, and especially if we're going to the arena and stuff like that. However, let's keep chatting. This green Chloranthy ring here, this is the reason why maybe it's an A, is because it gives you that green aura. Someone knows that one of your 4 slots is used up, so they can mess with you in that way. They have information on you, and not showing information is a very, very good way. Like in StarCraft, you want to make sure that you don't get scouted, because then they're going to know what your build order is, and that's a similar way to think about Dark Souls 2. So we can keep moving on. The Golden Serpent Ring, yeah, I mean, who likes to farm? It's cool that you can have it to farm, but it's kind of, you know, that's kind of the more sad part of the game. Like, oh, I gotta farm. Of course, getting the item and having this item is great, so I'm gonna put it in C. It's not the worst ring in the game. This ring here just increases your petrification resistance. I'm gonna put it in D. It's not very useful, maybe for like the Nashandra boss fight, but if you're really trying to get your petrification resistance up, just wear that really creepy mask that you get in the Iron King DLC. That thing is pretty cool. That looks a lot better. Now, yes, like Crappy said, this is based on appearance and all this stuff. So I'm gonna put one of my favorite rings in S tier. Yes, this is one of my favorite rings. Maybe you don't like this ring, maybe you have no idea why I'm putting this in S tier, but the white ring is my favorite ring because, whoa, little fly coming in here. The white ring makes you white. And why would you wanna do that? Well, if you watch my PvP, you'll see my tactics where I switch on that ring real quick, explode with white energy real quick. You can do a little glitch to make your, did I say of all time? Okay, wait, no, it's just a very good ring. It's a really fun ring. Maybe not of all time, not the best ring of all time, but it's a really fun ring. Really, really fun ring to play around with, especially when you're going Fashion Souls, right? Fashion Souls. Now, let's move on to more S tier, since Crappy's looking for S tier. I'm just gonna put these all up here. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about these rings. These rings give you really, really good resistance for the infusion, against the infusion of your choice. So we have the one that gives you a lot of dark defense, the one that gives you a lot of fire defense, one that gives you a lot of lightning defense, and the one that gives you a lot of magic defense. I don't really know the order to put these in. I think that's actually a fine order. Maybe like that is a little bit better. But these rings are so good because what you do, you're fighting someone, they hit you one time, and a little fire effect comes out on their weapon, right? Well, what you do, you switch real quick to the ring, whether you're gonna switch that ring out, you switch it to one of these rings, and they're just called, just so I know, sorry, quartz rings. So you switch to the quartz ring of whatever effect is hitting you, and that's a lot of weapon swapping, a lot of menu swapping, hard swapping, but it is the way to play if you're trying to not die. Those rings are very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. The next ring I want to bring up in that same, so we're just staying on that same vibe, is the Dispelling Rings. The Dispelling Ring kind of does an exact same thing of that, but it gives you, as you can see, it has all 4 of the elements in its little ring, in that little ring there. That's a cool ring. I really want that ring in real IRL. You can get that ring, and it'll give you just a little bit of defense for each of these quartz, just like how these quartz rings go, but it'll give you for all 4. That is a really, really cool one, and this is the one I mainly swap to, and you'll find that if you start swapping to the Dispelling Ring, you will start living longer in your PvP matches. You will just have more defense in general. So I have the +1 here and the +0 one here. An important distinction with the rings and the +1, +2, +3, as they go up in pluses, like if it's a +0, +1, +2, +3, they go up in weight as well. So we have the quartz rings, they're gonna be lighter at +0, but they're gonna be weaker. And the higher the pluses, the heavier they are. And this is really one of the only rings that I could find that has this discrepancy The +0 dispelling ring is only 1 weight distribution unit, while the +1 is 4 units. So that is a very interesting thing to think about. Do I want to go a little bit lighter roll, or do I want to put this heavier ring on to have more defense? And that is sort of the balance. And that's where I'm at with it, is I'm kind of thinking, you know what, maybe I kind of like the one that's only 1 unit, because some rings are very, very light. So all of a sudden you put on a heavy ring, it might ruin your build. So that's my only thought on that. Another great ring, I'm gonna put it just behind Blue Tearstone, is Flynn's ring. Flynn's ring is an insanely good ring that basically gives you about 50 extra AR for staying below 10 vitality. So I think it's about 9.5 vitality or something. Someone can tell me exactly what it is. I don't know exactly what the number is, but you want to stay just at 9 or 10 vitality. You'll get a big damage boost. So this is kind of a disincentive for max level builds, that all of a sudden when they have 99 vitality, this ring does nothing. However, if you are a max level build, you probably don't need Flynn's ring because you have tons more rolls, iframes, all that stuff. So something you probably don't need to worry about. However, as we're kind of meta level around 155, this becomes a very cool ring where all of a sudden you can be a light character and get more damage out of that. And I swear it works. They told me about this ring. I didn't even know about how this works for so long. And then as I got into streaming, the wonderful community showed me in the right direction, and this ring really, really works. Really, really good. Let's put Red Tearstone right behind that. This is a ring that you will swap to. And sorry, I'm gonna put that there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my message to the Red Tearstone community.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to forget, but I did.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's us though. But I'm gonna put another ring right around here as well. This ring is the life ring. So the life ring +3 is what you want to do when you are playing PvP in this game. You put it in your top right ring slot. There's 4 ring slots, right? You put it in your top right. As soon as you take your first hit, you can then push start, left, X, down, X, start, and all of a sudden you switch out that ring. So you get it's almost like you get a free hit. What this does is it gives you around 300, 400 more life, so you can basically tank a hit. And that is what everyone does. So when you're fighting someone in the arena, maybe you haven't done that before, maybe you've fought someone in the arena and you saw this, where someone's life bar looks like they got bigger, or their damage went away. Like it almost looks like they instantly healed. Well, that's what they did, is they took the life ring off of their character. Looking good so far, looking good so far. Let's look for some more baller rings, right? Let's get some baller rings up in here. Let's put this one up in S. I'm putting it near the back because it's funny. This is the restoration ring, and you find this really early in the game. And little did we know that this ring would become such a funny ring, especially in the PvP community. This ring allows you to regenerate health very, very slowly, albeit. Restoration ring F tier. I know, it seems like that, right? But if you're playing in the arena and you are playing extremely defensively, you will start to gain your health back over time. And this is what we've seen. This is why people ban this ring. This is why people make a big deal out of this ring. Oh, he switched to the restoration ring on me. You know, the rage ensuing. This is a funny ring. I know, Danilin, you would think that this is bad, but it's actually very, very good. It's back of S tier just for its notoriety. We might be able to put it in A tier, just also because it does telegraph, just like the Chloranthy ring. The Chloranthy ring, like I was talking about earlier, gives you that green aura, which tells people I have a Chloranthy ring on. The restoration ring gives you that orange thing going on. So maybe it's bottom of A, but just because if you choose to play defensively, you can gain your health back, especially in a scenario where, and if you're in the arena, if you have just 1 more health than your opponent and you do a timeout, you win. So that's something good to try out. Let's talk about some more S tier rings. York's ring. Okay, I was actually talking to Birds a little bit about this, and she was saying that there's an argument to ban York's ring because it deflects magic. I believe, I don't know the exact amount of times, but there's a random chance within a percentage, I don't know what the percentage is, that you will deflect magic. As well, the homie Atreus showed me that you can deflect magic by using just like a R1 or an R2 or a jumping attack or anything. Like any attack can deflect this, can deflect magic when you're wearing York's ring. York's ring, really, really good. A Gape ring, look, I'm just gonna put it in D because it is inconvenient in the thing that it does. Yes, it serves a purpose, but it is a little bit annoying to use. You have to swap it on and off. I always forget to do it. This ring is to make it so you don't actually take any souls in. So it's kind of like a crazy ring. They added this later on in the game's development, I think like near the end. And it's basically for people who want to stay at a certain soul memory. Because of soul memory and that whole thing, I think just don't use it. Just level up your soul memory, keep invading as you go. I think it's fine. You don't have to use this unless you really want to stay in like twink territory. That ring's for you. So it's for twinkers. This ring is actually really, really cool. This ring is called the Baneful Bird Ring. And this allows you to block a little bit better with weapons and with shields. So I was actually playing in the arena. I had put this ring on. I blocked with my greatsword. It took a little bit less stamina damage, and I got the backstab through the blocking backstab. This ring is actually underrated. I think it's really fun to use. It's really cool to try it out. I think you guys should try out this ring because it's actually really cool to give yourself a little bit more blocking stability. So you don't get guard broken as often. And I hold down block. I know we were talking about that the other night. I love holding down block. That's my style. And so I'll just put some more rings here. I think this is the dexterity ring. And let's get that strength ring as well. So we have dexterity and strength rings. These rings are actually kind of slept on a little bit because what they do is they just give you a flat amount of dexterity and strength. I believe it's 5 more dexterity and 5 more strength. If you get a parry on someone, you could do a quick ring swap to the dex and the strength ring, and all of a sudden your riposte is going to do a lot more damage. So that is something not a lot of people do because it's extremely hard to do. But the strength and the dex ring, honestly, very cool rings. It's kind of slept on. And if you need a little bit extra strength in the match to do a little bit more damage, I mean, hey, it's cool that you can just get 5 levels. Almost like gives you 5 levels right there. So it's a really cool ring. I actually love that ring. It's cool. Strength and dex rings. Let's talk about Gowers. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, Gowers is interesting. This ring, I think I'm gonna put it top of A because I honestly don't think it's that good. What Gowers does, it nullifies backstabs, first of all, but it also breaks in 5 hits, and it also nullifies almost all hits on your back. So when you have this ring on, there's a guy holding on to you, and he's like a ghostly form dude that he just tanks the damage for you. But if you get hit around 5 times, the ring's gonna break. And so it's an interesting ring because it's gonna nullify backstabs and probably prevent a lot of damage on you. However, it does break really, really easily. But at the same time, it has a very, very heavy, it's an extremely heavy ring. I think it's like 13 units. So you are sacrificing a lot of weight to put this ring on. And that can be pretty bad. So for me, I don't think it's that good. I know people love to say this is the best ring in the game. Oh, it nullifies backstabs. I can sort of get around it, and I actually really enjoy cracking that York's ring when I'm fighting someone, and I just hear that, you know, that little ring noise cracking. That's what I like to do. I like to break your York's ring. However, you will find the people, and so here's I Look Noob as a great point. S tier for sure. You will find people who just have 100 Gowers rings of protections, right? 100 of them in their. How did they get them? I don't want to know. I'm not I'm not gonna say how they got them, but if they have 100 Gowers rings of protection, they can just swap out their broken one for a new one, and that's life, right? Let's go Evil Eye. I mean, dude, Evil Eye's bad. Let's just put Evil Eye near the bottom here. If you're using Chaos Blade in PvE, I think that's kind of a cool idea. All right, this ring is not that good. As I've heard, it's not very good. I believe you take extra damage, but you get some stats. Not very good. This ring is just cute. I like this ring. I'll put it in B tier. This is how you summon your friends. King's ring. Summon your friends, choose your favorite god in this. This is honestly just a cute, nice ring. I like that ring a lot. Embedded is good at low vigor only. Yeah, it seems like a very specific build ring. And I don't even know how it feels to, like, honestly, guys, I will tell you, I've never used that ring. I just don't even know how to use it. We'll do that. We'll do that one day. Okay. All right, we're moving in. We're moving into insane territory here. Ring of Blades +2 is one of the best rings. This ring just gives you a flat damage boost. I'm gonna put it up there because no other ring does that. Just such a big damage boost from one ring. Huge, powerful ring. It's right next to Flynn's and Blue Tearstone in effectiveness. Very, very good ring. Bracing Knuckle ring, we'll put it in B maybe. I don't know, it's actually pretty cool. Like, for example, if you're using like a Moonlight Greatsword or something and you're using the spell a lot, honestly, that's pretty good to use that. Unless you just have 99 repair powders, which is a little bit faster. But some weapons, you know, this is actually kind of useful. We can keep moving here. Did I skip anything? We're good. Prisoners, yeah, we'll just keep it there. Royal Soldier's ring. I will say that this ring actually serves a purpose. I'm gonna put it in the back of S. This is basically for the people who don't go with the Flynn's build. They'll put this one on instead, which gives you more equip load, right? That's actually, I used that ring for so long. I think it might just be, I might have to put it in A. It's just because we're getting crowded in S, but that ring is great. Honestly, it's really good for just making you so you can roll better if you're wearing full Havels or whatever. That's a great ring. So people who are using like a chunky build, that's for you, that's for you. How about these illusory rings? I would put them in like top of A. Those are very, very good rings. And actually, that's like, I see Chris doing that all the time. He will swap out to this ring and all of a sudden his weapon's invisible and you have no idea what he's gonna do. I think that's a really, really cool ring. This ring is so bad. This ring, if you're hollow, just makes you look human. That's not what we want. We don't want this ring. I'm gonna put, this might be one of the worst rings. Unless it does anything else, feel free to let me know what this does. This ring is just embarrassing. Don't use that ring. I mean, if you have no more effigies, I feel you. Let's talk about another S tier ring. All right, Ring of Thorns. Now, Ring of Thorns is like, when you got someone who has the Ring of Thorns on, you know they are playing with you. They're toying with you, because this ring will give like 3 needles that shoot out of you. I think there's like a 25 or is it 75% chance? It's a pretty high percentage on the +2. That does take 1,000, is that right? 1,000 invasions to get the +2 version of this Thorn ring though. That can be very hard to grind if you're actually playing the game. But those rings are crazy. This ring, the Thorn rings, they actually do a good chunk of damage on your opponent if they hit you and all of a sudden the spikes fly out of you. It's good in PvE too, yeah. The Thorn ring, I'm sure it is. RNG rings, yeah. That ring is very, very good. Let's talk about Hawk ring. You know, it kind of lands in B tier. I think it increases your range of your bows. If it has any other effects, let me know, guys. I'm pretty sure it just increases the range of your bows. It's a cool ring if you're using a bow build or something like that. That's something nice to have. Funny great bow snipes? Heck yeah. Yeah, so it's a cool ring. If you have the great bow, or if you have any bow that's just kind of running out of range, Hawk's cool. It's like, that's for you if you're doing a bow build. Shoutouts to Crag who flawlessed me with a bow build, just like 10 headshots in a row. I don't think she was even using a Hawk ring. Maybe she was. We were talking about the these rings. I just want to kind of get them out of here. I don't know even if they're good. I mean, people were saying if you're low on health, it's almost like a red tearstone ring. These rings just do more damage for each element that you have on, but they just give you way more damage. You take way more damage, excuse me, when you get hit, but they give you more damage for, let's say, dark, fire, electricity. Not really my style. I mean, I've never really used them effectively. So we'll put him somewhere in B. Not the best ring, not the best ring. This ring, apparently, I wish this worked better. This is supposed to get you invaded more, but it's not really working. Has anybody had luck with this ring? I mean, I want this ring to be good. This ring allows you to get invaded more often when you're playing through the game. I was wearing it quite a bit through Return to Dragon Lake. Maybe nobody was on or something, but I didn't really get invaded too much, so we're gonna put it down there. It's not very effective. King's ring is S tier, just kidding. bottom, worst ring in the game. Doesn't do anything except open doors in PvE. Just annoying ring. I mean, it's cool lore-wise, all right, but it's pretty low. It's pretty low down there. Stone ring. Whoa. Let's put stone ring up here. And actually, I'm gonna back white ring down quite a bit. We'll put it white ring back down. King tier, S tier is my life, it's a lie. Copium, that's so funny. Oh boy, where are we at? Stone ring, you get this ring super early in the game by killing that ogre. And a lot of people have trouble killing that ogre early on, but if you can kill him, you get the stone ring. This allows you to just hit through anybody's poisey, tanky build. So when I'm up again in the arena against someone who's wearing like Cow Witch, Havel's Witch, whatever, and they have tons of poise, the stone ring is your friend, especially with like two-handed longsword running attacks. Giant's ring. I'm gonna say Giant's ring is A. Let's put Giant's ring in A, +2. Gives you a good amount of poise. Especially if you don't have any poise, this ring can be very, very good. Right, Giant's ring is pretty heavy. I'd have to check actually on that. I don't think it's too bad. It might be 5 units. Yeah, that's a good point, Bodybirds. It's light for what it does. You think Giants is S? I think it's fair. I see a lot of S going on with that too. Let's keep moving. Explosivo ring. Sun ring is sick. Sun ring used to be better. It used to be so much better before the patch. It used to hit someone, and that area where you hit them, that explosion would stay right there. But now it's attached to your character. Wherever you move around, that explosion's gonna just radiate out of you. It's a cool ring. Honestly, it reminds me of that flask in Elden Ring that you drink and you explode. I mean, it's like the same idea. So it's a cool ring. Honestly, it's a really cool ring. I see Birds getting damage on it quite a bit, and she can swap in and out of it. That's a good skill to get. Intelligence rings. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing a magic build, I think that's like the faith one. Where is it? Okay, we'll find the other one. I forgot what it is. Here's a crazy ring that's probably S tier. Vanquisher's Seal. Vanquisher's Seal is insane. That just makes your fists do so much damage. So offhand fist all of a sudden becomes a huge thing where you can just punch someone for like 300 damage with just your raw fist. I see the homie Pentagram Minus using that one quite a bit, and he's very good at that. It's very, very good. It's probably above here. I want to say it's above there because all of a sudden you have offhand fist and you can start to power stance your fists. Whoa, don't want to mess with that. So good. Simpleton's ring, let's put it up on top of A tier. This ring gives you that little dusty roll. I don't know how to explain that. You turn invisible and turn into smoke when you roll. So that's cool. You got your noob Cybot. Also, yes, right there, ADP inflation. So you can bring your ADP up. That's very, very good. It's a really, really cool ring. And so you can swap to this after your life ring, stuff like that. Very, very good ring. Clear bluestone ring. I mean, if you're running a mage, I would say this is like it's back of S. I mean, if you're running a mage, you probably have this ring on. This ring just allows you to cast like 55% faster or something like that, 50%. Very, very good ring. Silver Cat ring, we'll put it in the back of C tier. Not too good, to be honest. It's good for PvE, but only in certain situations where that ring is great. Jumping in the well, I don't know if I can really think of any other times that you need that. Ring of Whispers, most annoying ring. You just use it to talk to Tark. Not that good. Let's keep moving, keep moving. This one allows you to hit harder on shields. I'm gonna put it probably back here. I think we're still figuring out if this ring can really do anything. If someone's holding up a shield a lot of the time, I might try this out if someone's doing like a Havel shield thing. But at the end of the day, guard break is just better all the time. So it's not that good, not very good. All right, the Curse Bite ring, you know, let's just put this down here. It's similar with this petrification resistance thing. I mean, I don't know. It's just they're very, very squirmy rings. They're not really doing too much. Incap is 50. Oh wow. We have this ring which actually lures enemies onto you. This is a cute ring as well. I'm gonna put it on the top of B, just because it's cool. I like to put those red eyes on. I'm still experimenting with some red eye ring swapping, which would be pretty cool from my style. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. This ring gives you more poison resist. I'll put it in like top of C. It's okay. I wish this ring was better. Steel protection +2. I'm gonna put it in the same effectiveness, probably B tier somewhere here. I mean, it gives you some defense, but nothing too insane. I feel like there was some balance adjusting that they did over time. That's probably one ring that got really nerfed. So we're gonna put it back of B tier, maybe top of C. It's not there. Yeah, everyone would probably use it. It's actually pretty good in Dark Souls 1 with the regular steel protection ring, but it's not that good. Oh, Ring of Intelligence here. Yeah, they put that with the Ring of Knowledge. Makes you take 10 less damage. Oh no. Oh my god, I feel really silly for using that then. Get the Soul Ring. Let's just put that in D tier. I don't know. The whole idea is kind of to not get souls so you can invade people and all this stuff. So getting more souls is kind of like a funny idea, possibly in the early game, but then it's +2, so it's kind of weird. And if you're trying to get to 838, obviously it's there, but put it right next to a Gape Ring. It's in a similar place as a Gape Ring. Old Leo Ring. I've heard this ring is actually quite good on counterattacks, not riposte and backstabs, but for literal when someone, you know, you're doing counter damage and stuff like that. I don't really use it too often. Maybe I should with the pike, who knows? That could be quite a nice synergy. Maybe we'll put that just above A tier. Yeah, let's put it, I was gonna actually just do that. Put it right next to the Explosivo ring. And we're gonna keep moving on. The Bleed ring. Now, if I'm fighting birds in the arena, I probably should bring this ring because she has crazy bleed builds. So we'll put it in B. It's kind of a situational ring. Obviously, you'll never use this in PvE unless there's some bleed boss. I don't know if there is. This one is a cool ring. I believe this ring just dampens your footsteps. It's the Slumbering Dragon ring. I believe it is. Let's inspect. Yeah, Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. So you get a nice cool effect on your feet. So you get some glowing feet and you don't make any noise apparently. Although I tried this out and I still made some noise. I don't know, I was doing Rat King invasions, summons, and it's kind of silly ring. So let's put it back here. The cool effect on the feet is mainly the reason to use this, just to get blue feet. But that's not gonna be working for everyone. Ring of Binding, yeah, it's a PvE ring. It's good. I mean, it's objectively good if you're in PvE, so we'll put it in here. Top of C tier. You don't want to have to use this, obviously, if you have full human effigy. And in this game, I swear, I think I ended the game with like 80 human effigies. I don't know how that worked, but I had 80. And I'm watching my friend play through the game, and he has 1. So it just shows you do get a lot of human effigies, but if you're still learning the game, you probably use a lot of them as you go. Noob is saying, I'd put Silver Ring B tier, good for speedrunning and whatnot. Silver Ring. Wait, what's Silver Ring? Okay, we'll figure it out later. What? Wait, what's a Silver Ring? Oh, Silver Servant? Oh, yeah, good for, oh. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, all right, we'll put it in somewhere in here. It's a PvE ring, right? This one, can someone remind me, what does this freaking do? Lingering Dragon Crest ring. Yeah, 0 talent. I don't know what these rings do. This one, buff duration, right. Could be good. Can you swap it on and off? If you can swap it on and off, then it's quite good. But it's okay. If you can swap it on and off, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I should use that next time I'm tumble buffing with Great Magic Shield. Okay, it's pretty good. We'll put it in A tier. And then we have the Northern Ritual Band, I believe it is. Northern. Which one gives you more spells? Oh, I'm blanking here. Northern gives you more spells, excuse me. And Southern. Northern's so bad. Which one? Yeah, I forgot what they do. I'm putting them back. I forgot. Oh, Northern halves your HP. Okay, bad. Wait, Northern is... They could have done a little bit of a better job differentiating the rings. Hexerset effect, right. So Northern we'll put down here. It has its effect, but Southern is a bit better with giving you more spell slots. So we will put that. You can see the very subtle color shades. Wait, it's just the exact same ring, but slightly different color. And they're from completely different areas in the game, apparently. This one's better, gives you more spell casts, but ideally just kind of fine tune your build. Southern is slots. Yeah, slots. Decentish, right. Yeah, it's somewhere if you're doing a magic build, you might want to use this. When we were doing Pokemon battles, I found myself on every character because it's all like I need more electric spells for my Raichu and more water spells for my Blastoise, water being magic. I was like, oh man, I need more spell slots. I just quickly put that ring on and boom, I had more spells. So we'll put it in the decent-ish area. It's a little bit wish-washy in B tier. We have a lot of Covenant rings now. This is what I ended up. Maybe I probably won't tier those out. I don't know if it's really, I'll put those in like the tier that how fun the Covenant is. Wrecking. Dude, Rat Covenant is the funnest. They do have extra effects. I forgot about them all. I know, okay, then we'll put this one. Rat Ring gives poison buildup, Blood Ring gives blood buildup. Right, yes. Okay, then Rat Ring and Blood Ring, I would say they're both very, very cool. Ooh, Abyss Ring gives hex damage but damages you on cast? What? I had no idea. And I think that's a Dragon Ring. I know Ancient Dragon Seal is probably really bad. I know it gives you like more Estus Chug or something. Estus, yeah. All right, the Dark Ring, we're gonna put that in B tier. Bell Covenant, I don't think that does anything other than Bell Covenant being extremely fun. We're gonna put that in A tier. Easy chunk farming, yeah, PvE, so we're gonna put that in top A because that thing is just so fun or not top A, but back of A. Praise the Sun Ring, it's probably down there. This ring, but doesn't miracle damage. Okay, then that's cool too. We'll put it above that. There you go. All right, Poison Bite Ring. If you're fighting someone with poison, the better option is just to use the clumps, the moss clumps, so you can stop getting poisoned. They also kind of like give you a period after you eat the moss clump where you don't really get poisoned. Moss clumps beat the Poison Bite Ring. Maybe if you're using someone with the crazy poison setup, you could do that if you know they're using that, but all of the poison usually just get hit. It's like a sucker punch, right? You get hit accidentally. You walk into the arena, this guy's got all the poison, so you're never really prepared for poison. Let's put it back of C, not very good. Then we're at this really bad blue ring. We'll put it here next to our plus 3% fire resist. Dem Poison Mages, okay, all right. We'll put it next to like this ring as well. It completely negates Poison Mage? Oh, okay. All right, hey, I stand corrected. Let's pop it up then. That's the thing though, you gotta know you're coming up against like a poison mage. That should be scary, right? That shit's scary. You gotta know where that ring is. You gotta be thinking quick on your feet. It ain't easy. We have these rings. They're not really too amazing. They just make it so you don't lose your souls when you die. Again, with the whole souls, who cares about souls? Whatever. This ring to get... Wait, which one gets you summoned? I mean, coming back to like which one does what? Guardian Seal and Blue Seal. So they both kind of do something with like one summons you into the world and whatever one summons you in. Jesus. I'm assuming Blue Guardian Seal is the one that summons you in. So let's put that up here in B. Just expand B. Blue Seal gives a little HP. The one that summons you in, I guess I just put that in because that's kind of cool to get summoned in, and I love that you get summoned in from a host that needs help. I think that's just a fun thing. White Ring is a bit up there for the memes, Arcana, but that is my style. That's just the thing that that is my ring. If anyone knows my playstyle, that's one of my favorite rings, so it is a sentimental ring to me. I want to get that real ring. Now, I have a question for everyone here since we finished the tier list. What ring would you want to get in real life, made out of any of these rings? What ring is your ring? What are you wearing? What ring are you wearing IRL? Let me know. Silo out here with the cat ring, hell yeah. That way you take no damage if you jump off like a 3-story building. Wait, no, that's not true. Oh wait, Ring of Living is blind. Sorry, Ring of Living is missing. I'm so sorry. Dude, that's what I'm missing. Oh no. Okay, well, Ring of Living is honestly S tier for me. It's right next to White Ring. One of my favorite rings. And it's so hard to get. Why do you like it? Is with some armors look better? I do a quick effect where I switch from my life ring to a white ring and then to another ring. So my character flashes white for about a half second. And that's just my style. That's the Radwall's swap, right? That's Radwall's thing. Just something that I do. But it has no effect other than just making the person think like, wait, what? Why is he glowing white for a second? Ring of Whispers, so people talk with me. Aw. Ring of Whispers, just hear demons everywhere you go. Oh, do not. I will time your ass out. Explosivo ring. You mother. At least hit that crowd cheer, come on.